Together, we become the best version of ourselves. We are the result of what we think. This has been said by the Balkan people, who have also concluded, what you call out is what will respond. The commonality between these two principles is the law of attraction. This law is based on the idea that our thoughts turn into energy, which then attracts similar energy. Positive thoughts give birth to positive feelings, words, and actions, which in turn attract positive people and events into our lives. Let's go into more detail. The law of attraction is based on the law of vibration. Everything in the universe vibrates at certain frequencies. Nothing is ever at rest. Even the table in your apartment consists of millions of subatomic particles that are in constant motion. The fact that we perceive things as solid is an illusion caused by the larger perspective through which we observe. But if we look deeper, everything is an energy field, made up of constantly vibrating subatomic particles like protons, electrons, and neutrons. Sound and light also have vibrations, just like your thoughts. Imagine your thoughts as cosmic waves of energy that pass through time and space. Everything that manifests or happens in your life does so because it matches the level of your vibrations, which you emit through your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Similar vibrations attract each other. Let's say you're thinking about your ex-partner who left you, and you're suffering because of it. The vibrations you emit, like a radio antenna, will bring back old memories, photos, or news about how happy they are without you. You probably don't want this, you want that person back. But even though your thoughts say so, your emotions emit suffering, and suffering attracts more suffering. How can you bring that person back? How do you attract health, happiness, and success into your life? Everything in the universe consists of vibrations, and similar frequencies attract each other. Our vibrations are composed of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. So the real question is, how can we control our thoughts, feelings, and actions so that we can manage our vibrations? Scene 3. Aligning conscious and subconscious desires. The effect of the law of attraction lies in aligning our conscious and subconscious desires. Scene 4. Understanding the conscious mind. Our conscious mind is easy to understand and change. It is the logical, intelligent, and decision-making part of us. When we want something, we go and get it. But our subconscious mind stores 95% of our belief system. As you can imagine, it is much harder to change because many of our fundamental beliefs about ourselves and life were formed in childhood and reinforced over decades. For example, you may consciously want to attract the right partner and start a family, but your subconscious mind might sabotage you. Maybe deep down you worry about how having children in a family will affect your career, which you love and where you enjoy growing. Or maybe you want to explore yourself and travel before settling down. As a result, you unconsciously manifest relationships with people who aren't right for marriage and family. Your subconscious operates on autopilot, and unless you look deep into yourself, your childhood, and your past, unless you objectively analyze your current situation and the people you attract into your life, it will be difficult to uncover the hidden behavioral patterns that control your life today. Reprogramming the subconscious mind. There are techniques for directly reprogramming the subconscious mind, which I show in other videos. But what's important to remember is this. To manifest our desires through the law of attraction, our conscious and subconscious minds must work in sync. And when that happens, the universe finds a way to deliver. Let me give you a personal example. When I started my master's degree, I couldn't find an apartment in the new city where my university was located. I had to take 2 buses and a train every day just to get to lectures. Aside from exhaustion from nearly 3 hours of commuting, I also missed out on many opportunities to make new friends. But I didn't give up. I focused all my mental energy on finding an apartment. Back then, I didn't know about the law of attraction, but I did something very simple. But I didn't give up. I focused all my mental energy on finding an apartment. Back then, I didn't know about the law of attraction, but I did something very simple. On my way to university, while on the bus, I would look at the buildings around me and imagine myself living in one of them. I pictured the feeling of comfort and peace of having my own home in the new city. After lectures, I observed how my classmates walked or cycled home, and I dreamed about the day I would do the same. Before bed, I imagined a future where I wouldn't have to wake up so early because I would have my own place in the new city. The result? Scene 2, perfect sync. The result? Scene 2, perfect sync. This aligned my conscious and subconscious minds in perfect sync. Scene 3, finding the perfect apartment. I was living in Denmark, where it's very difficult to find an apartment in big cities, especially a good one. But after a few months, through a series of so-called coincidences, I found the perfect apartment in the center of my new city at an incredible price. Scene 4, logic behind coincidences. Knowing what I went through to find it, I can't ignore the logic behind how these coincidences happened. How does the subconscious mind work? The subconscious receives input from our conscious mind, interprets it, and stores it as feelings and emotions. The subconscious does not work with thoughts. Notice how in my example I visualized specific feelings and emotions. This was my way of sending direct instructions to my subconscious. The subconscious does not work with thoughts. Notice how in my example I visualized specific feelings and emotions. This was my way of sending direct instructions to my subconscious. The subconscious stores information from life events, situations you've witnessed since childhood, news you've watched, and relationships with your parents and friends. You probably remember specific events that shaped your life. Most of the time, the subconscious makes conclusions without you even realizing it. That's why our beliefs about love, health, and money control our lives today. Even more, the subconscious focuses only on what supports your current worldview and ignores everything else. Final thoughts. The subconscious also has its advantages. For example, when we go to the store, we don't have to think about which products we like, we just pick them up. We don't have to relearn how to drive or memorize the way home from work every day. Scene 2. Goal of subconscious. For example, when we go to the store, we don't have to think about which products we like, we just pick them up. We don't have to relearn how to drive or memorize the way home from work every day. Scene 2. Goal of subconscious. Its goal is to store useful information and discard what harms us. Scene 3. Final remarks. In another video, I share a before-bed technique to reprogram the subconscious mind. You can check it out. I hope this video has been useful. Tell me, what is the one thing that worries you the most right now and is stopping you from living the life you want?